Here's Lieutenant Dan. We are live in the studio bringing in Adam Melchor. How's it going today, Adam?
It's good, Dan. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. I guess it's kind of turning into a summer day here today.
Certainly is.
A little bit warmer than it has been, but we got a real spring this year, and so we're grateful for it and ready for a nice day today. It's not going to rain. You're not going to have any reason to not go out to the Blue Room tonight to see Adam Melchor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is this your first time playing out there?
This is my first time playing in the Blue Room. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm so excited. Obviously, a huge fan of Jack White, so very cool to be on hallowed, sacred ground.
It truly is, and he's just such a creative. All the little details of things inside the venue and just on the property of Third Man.
Wow, I'm so excited. I've been to Third Man a couple times, but haven't made it back there yet. So.
Okay, awesome. Well, Adam Melchor is in town doing the Blue Room tonight. Hudson Ingram is going to be opening the show. Is Hudson on this part of the tour with you? Or
Actually,
just doing
Hudson is just doing this one show. He's a friend of mine, and I've been writing a lot of songs for his project lately, so I was like, why don't you come and do a couple songs? So I'm very stoked to have him.
Awesome. It's an all-ages event. Doors are at 7. Show starts at 8. You got some tickets left. Not many. It looks like you've been churning through the tickets on your shows. So that's always good news. AdamMelchor.com if you want to try and get some tickets. I actually saw, too, you're going to do kind of a cool thing where people can watch a video stream.
Absolutely, yeah, through this website called Veeps. Yeah, so we'll have the whole band looking good. We're gonna sound good too. So it should be a fun one.
Well, congrats on your 3rd studio album, The Diary of Living. How has the reception been for this?
It's been great. It's been great. Yeah, the Diary of Living has been, it's been like a long time coming. 3 albums is, it's kind of a weird thing to sort of measure time in projects, that way. And this one feels really like the most personal album that I've ever put out. And the response has been great because, sometimes you bare your soul and it's like, who you don't know who it's going to apply to, but then a lot of people wind up, it comes even more so people applying their own lives to it and whatnot and seeing themselves in the project. So I've been very lucky to be able to go on tour, around this album drop and do these things. So I'm very appreciative.
Well, we're happy. We're appreciative to have you here today. It's Adam Melchor, and he's going to play a couple songs from this. Get us ready for the show tonight, which I imagine this is just a stripped down acoustic version of what's going to happen.
And we got the full band. We're lucky enough that we're playing the record all the way down at the show, just how it is on the record, and then we're going to do some of the greatest hits.
Play the hits.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be fun. It's happening out at the Blue Room tonight. Tell us about this first song you're going to play.
Yeah, this song is the second song on the album, and it's called The Hopefuls. And growing up in New Jersey, at the time I unfortunately lost a lot of friends to substance abuse and overdoses and stuff. And this was, sort of the whole album is sort of this reflective piece on, how I've brought them with me, through this time, even if they're not here, in this realm, and how you bring them and how it influences your life. And I think one of the things that really got me, excited about making music and really excited to live my life and really inspires me to live my life is the people who can't do it anymore. And it makes me very hopeful about it. And it's sort of this thing that I was only able to gain this perspective, 8 years after the fact, and sort of live with it. And you realize how much these people sort of infiltrate your life and how much like hope they can give you, So this is a song about that.
This is Adam Melchor live on Lightning 100.
Back in my daredevil years, making jumps that I could barely clear, sticking landings and I felt no fear, all revved up and riled. I was just about halfway out when you called me from the halfway house. You said it's better if you get out now and stop running wild. I'm trying to be one of the hopefuls, a dying breed among all the locals. I can dance with the devil to take my chance to make it out alive. How do I fix a heart that's totaled? I need a quote, draw me up a proposal. Don't wanna dance with the devil, though I wanna make it out alive. And I'm hopeful. barely even knew my jacket size for the vigil in the candlelight. It was more than I could handle. I walked out with no warning, yelled at God, if you're just testing us, why'd you go and take the best of us? Was it something for the rest of us to learn in the morning? I'm trying to be one of the hopefuls, a dying breed among all the locals. I can dance with the devil and take my chance to make it out alive. How do I fix a heart that's totaled? I need a quote, draw me up a proposal. Don't wanna dance with the devil, oh, I wanna make it out alive. And I'm hopeful. Bullet dodging, tightrope jogging, bury me by 23. I did all that I could. Turnpike dreaming, finding reasons, burning sticks on 46. I'm hopeful now that I'll get out, trying to be one of the hopefuls, a dying breed among all the locals. I can dance with the devil and take my chance to make it out alive. How do I fix a heart that's total? I need a quote, draw me up a proposal. Don't wanna dance with the devil, oh, I wanna make it out alive. And I'm hopeful. Yeah, I'm hopeful. Oh, I'm hopeful. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I might.
Lightning 100, Adam Melchor live here in the studio. It is tonight. He's in town to headline the Blue Room. Show gets underway at 8 o'clock. Hudson Ingram going to be opening for Adam Melchor. Get tickets while they last through the Blue Room website and AdamMelchor.com. Man, that song hits.
Oh, thank you so much.
And especially with that intro. I mean, and then I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm thinking, I lost a friend who was only 23 years old when we lost him. And it's like, when you're young, you don't realize how young that is.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's unfortunately really relatable song.
Yeah. And I think that it's so weird. You think sometimes, like for when it comes to like funerals and stuff, you sort of think of like, oh, it should be, the oldest person I know or whatever. But it's weird. Like, when my first friend passed away, like all of my grandparents at the time were still alive. And that was like the first funeral I ever went to. So I was like, man, I was like 16. I was like, I don't even have a suit, like, you know what I mean, in that way. So it's a really strange thing, but it like you just said, it's not a very it's a very relatable topic, somehow.
Really is. So, yeah. I was getting chills listening to it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
The new record, The Diary of Living, is out now. And it sounds like you wrote this one while you were living.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Writing it out on the road, getting inspired while you're on the road writing this?
Yeah. A lot of... it started, the album sort of started, my sister had a baby in August of 2023, and I bought a pickup truck in New Jersey, and I was like, I went to, her baby was supposed to be due like on August 5th of 2023, and I bought this truck so I could like, help out, and then I was going to drive it back to California where I live. And the second day I was there, I bought the truck, and I started feeling like a little bit of a tickle in my throat, and I took a test, and I got COVID.
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay, I need to like isolate for the next week or so anyway, so I might as well drive the car back now and then just fly and do the thing. And I think I was a little bit delirious. I was like staying at these crazy Holiday Inn Expresses and whatnot. I stayed in a place called Shamrock, Texas, which is, if anybody has seen the movie Cars, that's where that is based. So they have a Blarney Stone there. I just was like, okay, might as well just stay here and on historic Route 66. And I sort of just thought of all the the people who mean the most to me. And I think this is my sister's first kid, and it's just like having a new member of the family. I was the youngest brother, so I was like, okay, I'm not the youngest person anymore, and what does it mean to live, and death and all this stuff. And that was one of the songs that this whole album sort of came through from that drive, in my Tacoma.
Yeah, I saw you reference actually going from Tennessee to Texas.
Yes.
You were at a Buc-ee's in,
yes,
in
a
Tennessee.
Buc-ee's. Yeah.
Before heading to Shamrock,
my goodness.
Texas.
Yes, and it's funny. Like I'm very lucky to do the thing that I'm doing, and I actually met I was like fully masked up in the Buc-ee's and everything, and I had I was checking out, and I went to my car, and then somebody stopped me, and they were like, "Hey, like I'm a big fan of your music," and it was like a daughter and a dad, and we talked for like probably like 15 minutes or so. And so I'm, as we're talking, I'm seeing this huge rain cloud like come in, and I kid you not, like there was the most rain I've ever driven through in my life, leaving that parking lot and going on the highway, and it only lasted 15 minutes. And I was like, if I didn't speak to this person, I totally would have avoided this. But I was like, you know what, it's good. That sort of charged me through, like the next day of driving. And sometimes you got to get a little bit of rain, the good and the bad of things, and whatnot. So
that's right.
But yeah, I was at the Nashville Buc-ee's, the Tennessee Buc-ee's, not too far out.
April showers bring May flowers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your song "Change of Heart." This is one that your father inspired you.
Yes. Yeah. My dad. Well, it's funny. My dad got heart surgery about 15 years ago when I was in high school, when a lot of this, sort of the stories of this album, came about, and the surgery he got. I'm about to get very medical here. The surgery he got, they gave him two options. They were either like, you get a pig valve, or you can give you this metal valve, but the metal valve, you'll have to take these like crazy drugs, the rest of your life. And he was like, you know what, I think I have to make this decision. Like, I don't want to be on blood thinners and like, sort of in an altered state and whatnot. So he decided to go with the pig valve, knowing that he had to do it again, and he was ready to do that. And now he had to, the 15 years came up, and he had to get the surgery again. And going in, he sort of had this perspective that was like it was a lot less, it wasn't less emotional, but it was definitely more of like, I can do this. I've been here before, and I've lived my life, and that was, my first time doing it. But getting to go around it a second time, he was like, what a blessing. And I think that sort of change of perspective was really what inspired a lot of this record, was just like, okay, I get to tell these stories in the way I want to now. And, I kind of have a better understanding, than when I was like a very young person. And, maybe in another 15 years, like I'll think of these stories even differently, whatever. So, yeah, my dad is one of my heroes, and he's always been so supportive and very direct with me about a lot of things. So, when him having the confidence to do it really, gave me the confidence to just like live my life and know that it will be okay. So
does he like the song?
He loves the song.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
He keeps saying, he was like, man, he's like, there's so much Dylan in it. There's so much Dylan, So, but yeah, he really appreciates the song. So, yeah, he's a great guitar player too. He's from Ecuador, like we were talking before, and he's very good at nylon string guitar, classical guitar.
Oh wow!
So he taught me a lot. But the one thing the best thing he ever taught me was, I wanted him to give me guitar lessons, and he was like, you know what, you don't want guitar lessons from me. I want, if you just buy a guitar, you won't not play it, and you should learn how to play like yourself. And I was like, okay, cool. And I thought at that point he was going to give me some money, and he's like, yeah, you're probably going to have to get a job, So growing up in New Jersey, I worked at a pizza place. Shout out to Pizza Man, for about 4 or 5 years, busing, and I got enough money for like, an OK Martin guitar, and that's, sort of how a lot of these, songs, I thank him for that. So,
one of the songs on your record is a co-write with Matt and Sam from Mount Joy.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Was that fun?
Oh, the best. I mean, Matt and Sam, really, they're the ones who, they were the first band to really take a chance on me. When I moved to LA, I didn't really know anybody, and they were playing at the Troubadour and the Independent, which I think each are about like a 400 cap venue, and they were like, do you want to do this? And I was like, absolutely. And it was the first time I'd ever like done something that wasn't like just covers at a restaurant, or whatever, in that way. So, yeah, shout out to them for doing this. But we actually started writing that song around that time in 2018. And then it went through this whole big cycle, and finally, like 7 years later, we finished the song and we got a lot of them to play on it. The bass player from Melchor also played on it, so it was like very much a collaboration. But sometimes I think it's a good perspective for the whole album. Sometimes you need a little bit longer perspective. It's a beautiful song, but maybe it wasn't meant for 2018. Maybe it's just meant for 2025. And from here on out.
And here we are in 2025, and you're about to have a sold out show at the Troubadour. It's down to just a few tickets.
I know. It's really crazy. I feel lucky, for them, to be in my life and have Matt and Sam both as a mentor. It's very very special, and I don't take it for granted.
Do you want to play that one?
I would love to play that one.
Without them, it's just you.
Oh yeah, sounds good. I'll do my best Matt impression. So it'll be cool.
This is Adam Melchor. We're live on Lightning 100, and tonight Adam Melchor headlining the Blue Room.
Thought of going out, now I just wanna stay in. Saw you leaving town with your friends. Thought I'd know by now if you and me were meant. And if you thought about giving this a go again. Is there room on your shoulder? Is there room on your shoulder? Trying to save your colors while the walls are caving in. Feels like growing gardens from cement. And I'm just left to wonder if you had some love to lend. And if you thought about giving this a go again. Is there room on your shoulder? Is there room on your shoulder? I don't know how to get there, but I know what I want. Is there room on your shoulder? Find it hard to fall asleep when no one out here gets me. 'Cause you were always by my side from LA to New Jersey. And if you thought about giving this a go again. If you thought about giving this a go again. Again. Is there room on your shoulder? Is there room on your shoulder? And I don't know how to get there, but I know what I want. Is there room on your shoulder? Is there room on your shoulder? Tell me what you mean.
Lightning 100, Adam Melchor live here in the studio. It is going to be tonight. You can head out to the Blue Room at Jack White's Third Man Records. Adam Melchor going to have the full band with him. Hudson Ingram kicking off the show. Doors are at 7. Music starts at 8 o'clock. All ages event. Tickets through the Blue Room website and AdamMelchor.com as he's touring in support of the new record, The Diary of Living. These are your album release shows.
Yes, yeah.
And they've been going well. The first one I saw in Brooklyn sold out. That must have felt good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, most of them are either sold out or very close to. So I'm lucky that, and also people miraculously singing the words to these songs that have only been out for a week. So it's very, very sweet. I love my fans so much. So
that's got to be fun. I see you have to go from DC to LA.
Yes.
So will you fly?
We are absolutely flying for that one.
That'd be a lot of drive.
Yes. We're gonna kiss the beautiful sky via United.com, and we're gonna fly out there. So it's where a lot of us live out there, except for my drummer. He lives in New Jersey still, so he's gonna be the one, where he's gonna be playing an away game, but all of us will be playing a home game there. So we're very excited to be in LA.
But Jersey's always in your heart.
Jersey's always in my heart, for sure. Yeah, all my family is still in New Jersey, and maybe one day I'll get to have a place there. But always, truly in my heart, everywhere.
I saw you post a little video. And there was Sopranos pinball machine.
Yes.
In homage to your Jersey
Of course.
roots. And I was like, well, where is that? Where'd you see that pinball machine?
Yeah, so I saw that. So we stopped in Louisville yesterday.
Okay.
So as on the way, we were coming from Chicago. But we stopped at this great Venezuelan restaurant that had a bunch of pinball machines, So
that's fun.
It was good to see a little bit of New Jersey.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was like, you know what?
We can look it up.
It was called Arepa KY.
Okay.
So it was just it was beautiful Venezuelan food. Absolutely recommend if you're in the area.
I'm getting hungry, and I love pinball, so it's kind of perfect.
Yeah. So it was good seeing The Sopranos. They used to, they obviously filmed in New Jersey too, and a lot of people, when we were in high school, you would get spoilers. Somebody be like, oh, this guy just died, on my street, and the season's not even out yet, but we saw it, happen. So it's
wow.
It was pretty cool, growing up in that area. I had most of my high school was a lot of Italian people who were semi-adjacent to owning construction sites and that sort of thing. So you don't ask a lot of questions, but you smile and wave still.
You need to work up a cover of the A3 song "Woke Up This Morning."
Yes. Oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. Somebody in New Jersey will be wake up just from oh, they're back. So but yeah, there's a whole bunch of even New Jersey songs that there's so many people who are from New Jersey, whether it's from Bruce Springsteen, all stuff, but even someone like SZA, in Maplewood, New Jersey, So
we had an artist named Joe P in here.
Oh yeah, he's from New Jersey too. I've seen him on TikTok.
And he's basically saying Jersey may have a bad rap. He's like, but I love it.
I love it there. It's really, and I think that a lot of people, as they get, as they know where to go, it's hard. The first impressions are always tough, and usually first impressions are Newark Airport and, not being exactly happy that your flight's delayed, and just sort of a little bit of swamp. But once you sort of step out of the swamp a little bit, it becomes one of the most beautiful places on earth, in my opinion. So
the new album, The Diary of Living, is out now. AdamMelchor.com. Head to the show tonight out at the Blue Room. Doors are at 7. Show starts at 8. All ages event. Adam Melchor, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Dan. Thank you.